Hello student, welcome to online physics lecture 12th science chapter number 10 magnetic fields due to electric current part 4. In this session we will start from first point Ampere's law. So this is the mathematical formula for the Ampere's law, that is the line integral b dot ds, vector b dot ds equal to mu naught I. So this sign indicates that the line integral is to be evaluated over a closed loop called Amperian loop. The current I on the right hand side is the net current encircled by the Amperian loop. Okay, so this is the mathematical formula for the Ampere's law. Okay, so while we see about the statement for the Ampere's circuitry law, so we say that the line integral of b dot dl or b dot ds over a closed path is permeability times the current flowing through the loop. Okay, means in that case while we consider a closed loop, okay, and if the current I can be flowing through it, then at that time while we say about according to the Ampere's circuitry law, so its statement or mathematical statement is that the line integral of b dot ds or b dot dl over a closed path or closed loop equal to r is permeability times, permeability means mu naught, that is the permeability times the current flowing through the loop. So that is the mathematical statement. According to statement we can write the formula, that is the line integral of b dot ds or b dot dl is equal to mu naught I. Okay, then let us see the Amperian loop. Okay, so in that case this is an Amperian loop, so in which if we can take the conductor in which the current to be flowing, so in that case we say that they can be seen in the form of I1, I2, I3, and this outside current in the form of I4. Okay, so these are, suppose the current they are to be flowing, okay, and it produces the, and we know that while the current are to be flowing through the long wire or conductor, it produces the magnetic field in its surrounding space. Okay, and in that case we found that according to the right hand rule, the currents with a positive sign or a negative sign and the curl the right hand palm along the Amperian loop with the figures in the direction of integration. Then the current in the direction of stretched thumb is assigned to be positive sign, and the current in the direction opposite to the stretched thumb is assigned to be negative sign. Okay, so in that case while we say about the distribution of current as shown in this figure, so the current I1 and I2 they are coming out of the paper, means they are parallel to the stretched thumb, and while we consider about the I3, it can be going into the plane of the paper, means that is the negative. Okay, so due to of the region while we consider about according to the Ampere's law, so its formula is, suppose line integral of b dot dA equal to mu naught times I. Okay, so b dot dl, that is right in the form of b dl cos theta, so know that a dot b vector a dot vector b, its formula is ab cos theta. So in that case we can write that in the form of line integral of b cos theta dl is equal to mu 0 I, and this I that is considered for the three currents, so it can be taken in the form of I1 plus I2. Okay, so these are the two currents are to be coming out of the paper, so they are taken as the positive. And when we say about the current I3, it is going into the plane of the paper, so it is taken as minus I3. Okay, so we can write mu 0 into bracket I1 plus I2 minus I3. The current I4 is not within the ampere loop. Okay, so it is outside the ampere loop, so we can take it. Okay, so as the integration is over a full loop, the contribution of I4 to B, which is to be cancelled out. The length element of the ampere loop is dl in the plane of the paper, so we know that the B dot dl equal to B dl cos theta. Okay, so line integral of vector B dot vector dl is equal to line integral of B dl cos theta is equal to mu naught I. Okay, so that is the explanation for the Ampere's law. Then let us see the application of the Ampere's law. Okay, so in that case we can see about the Ampere's law, and it can be considered for the application, that is long straight current carrying wire. Okay, so let us consider this is a long straight wire, and this wire can carrying the current is I. Okay, so we know that when the current I can be flowing through this wire, it produces the magnetic field in surrounding space, and we can take this magnetic field in the form of Ampere loop. So while we consider about vector B and vector dl are tangential to the Ampere loop, which is a circle here. Okay, so while we consider about this is the direction of magnetic field. Okay, and we can take the small element, it having the length is dl, and we say that B and dl they are tangential to the Ampere loop, which is in the form of circle. Therefore vector B dot vector dl is equal to B dl. Okay, means that is in the form of B dl cos theta. So in that case theta is equal to 0 because they are in the same direction, B and dl are in the same direction, so cos 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so that is remaining only B into dl. Okay, while we consider about this dl, so that is the length dl, that is the arc. Okay, suppose we say that this is the element is at a distance r from that long wire. We say that it can be subtended, the angle is d theta, so that angle d theta is equal to r upon radius, so d theta equal to dl upon r, so dl is equal to r d theta. Okay, so we can substitute dl is equal to r d theta. Okay, so we'll get the equation is B, and what is dl, that is r d theta. So the field B at a distance r from the wire is given by, okay, so the magnetic field B at a distance r from the wire, so know that we already derived that formula for a straight conductor carrying current. Okay, and what is the formula for magnetic induction B? We know that the formula is B is equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Okay, so we can substitute the value for B in that equation. Okay, so we can take the line integral of vector B dot vector dl. Okay, so we can take this integration from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so why? Because this is a circular loop. For the circular loop, in that case we can start for a one complete loop, that is in the form of 2 pi. So the integration starts from 0 to 2 pi. What is the B? That is mu naught I upon 2 pi r, and know that dl, what is the value for dl, that is r d theta. So we can substitute r d theta, so r get cancel. Okay, so remaining is mu naught I d theta upon 2 pi. But while we say about mu naught I upon 2 pi, that is constant taken from integration, so remaining is that in the form of integration of d theta, so that is angle theta. And while we say about for the angle theta for a complete circular loop, that in the form of 2 pi. Okay, so we can substitute that value 2 pi, so 2 pi get cancelled, so remaining is only mu naught I. Okay, so we get the equation is line integral of b dot dl equal to mu naught I, and that is the Ampere's law. Okay, so that is the explanation for the application of Ampere's law for a long straight current carrying wire. Okay, then the next point, that is magnetic field of a solenoid and a toroid. Okay, so at first we'll discuss about the part for a solenoid. Okay, so this is a schematic diagram for a cross section of current carrying solenoid. Okay, so while we consider about the solenoid, so in the solenoid we say that there is a non-conducting cylinder on which the number of turns of wire which can be wound on it, and while the currents can flowing through that wire, so it can produces the magnetic field in its surrounding space. Okay, so these are the direction for the magnetic field. Okay, so in that case, while we consider about the magnetic field of a solenoid, okay, so for the application of the Ampere's law, an Ampere loop which can be considered as shown in this figure, so that is the Ampere loop. Okay, so in that case, while we say about for the formula according to the Ampere's law, we know that its formula is line integral of b dot dl equal to mu naught I. Okay, so that is the formula according to the Ampere's law. So while we consider about over the rectangular loop ABCD, the above integral takes form. Okay, so in that case we can take a rectangular loop in the form of A B C D A, so that is the Ampere loop. Okay, so while we consider about, we can take the line integral of b dot dl for that Ampere loop. Okay, so it can be taken in the form of A to B, that is in the form of A to B, line integral of b dot dl plus b to C, line integral of b dot dl, so line integral of C to D b dot dl plus line integral of D to A, that is b dot dl equal to mu naught I. Okay, so we can write this is the line integral for closed path, and that closed path or closed loop, that is in the form of rectangular, so we can write that closed path over integral of b dot dl, it can be divided in the form of 4 parts. Okay, then while we consider about I, that is the net current encircled by the loop. Okay, so I, that is the net current can be flowing through that loop. Okay, then in this above equation, I, that is the net current which can be encircled by the loop. Okay, then we can write the equation is b dot dl. Okay, so that is the first value that is considered for AB. Okay, so while we consider for AB, that is B, that is to be constant. Okay, and remaining is integral of dl. Why? Because we know that b dl cos theta, so theta is 0 because magnetic field and the length which are in the same direction, so cos 0 equal to 1, so remaining is line integral of b dot dl, so b is constant taken from integration, so line integral of dl, that is the length for the side AB, and that length is L. Okay, so we can write there is b dot L plus, after that we can write 0 for BC, 0 for CD, and 0 for AD. Okay, so in that case we found that the second and fourth integrals are 0. Why? Because B and DL. Okay, so we say that that is the direction for magnetic field, and that is suppose the length. Okay, so we say that they are perpendicular to each other, so that for perpendicular, so theta is equal to 90, so cos 90 equal to 0. Okay, so second and fourth are, they are to be considered to be 0. The third integral is 0. We can take this is the third integral, that is 0 because it is outside the solenoid. Okay, that is this side CD, that is outside the solenoid, so its value is very weak, and due to observation we can take its value is 0. Okay, so we can take this is 0. Okay, so we'll get B dot L is equal to mu naught I. The wire in which the current I to be flowing, then the net current coming out of the plane of the paper is capital I equal to N capital L I. Okay, so in that case we say that we can substitute the value for I in that equation. Okay, so we'll get BL is equal to mu naught, what is the I, that is N L I, we can substitute it. Okay, so BL is equal to mu naught N L I, so we'll get B is equal to mu naught N I. Okay, and this is the formula for magnetic induction for an ideal solenoid. Okay, so while we say about what is the N, so in that case number of turns N per unit length. Okay, so in that case what is the N, that is the number of turns per unit length, and I, that is the current flowing through it. Okay, so in that case we can write that in the form of capital I, that is the total amount of current flowing for that total ampere loop, is equal to N capital L into I, and we can substitute that value, and after substitution we get this is the formula for magnetic induction for a solenoid, and its formula is mu naught N into I. Then the next point, that is the magnetic field of a toroid. Okay, so while we say about the toroid, so toroid means that is a solenoid of finite length bent into a hollow circular tube like structure similar to a pressurized rubber tube inside a tire of vehicle. Okay, means while we say about the solenoid, it can be bent in the form of circular loop, that is actually the toroid. Okay, so the toroid, it is a solenoid of finite length which can be bent into a hollow circular tube like structure which is similar to the pressurized rubber tube inside a tire of vehicle, and that is the toroid. Okay, so in that case while we consider about the magnetic field lines are concentric circles in the toroid. Okay, so these are the magnetic field lines. Okay, and these lines are concentric circles in the toroid. The direction of the field is indicated by the direction of current I in the coil around the toroid. Okay, then while we consider about according to the Ampere's law, what is the formula, that is the line integral of vector B dot dl equal to mu naught I, where I is the net current which can be encircled by the loop. Okay, then while we say that where I is the net current, then we can write B into 2 pi r. Okay, so while we say about this term, that is B dl, so that is again B dl cos theta. Again theta is equal to 0. Why? Because B and dl is in the same direction, so cos 0 equal to 1, so that is remaining only B in, that is a constant taken off from integration, so remaining only integration of dl. So dl, that is the length of the element, and for a whole circle loop, so that is in the form of circumference of circle, that is in the form of 2 pi r. Okay, so we can substitute that length in the form of 2 pi r. So B dot 2 pi r, what is the r, that is the radius of that loop. Okay, so we can replace that term B into 2 pi r equal to mu naught the total current I, that is in the form of I into N. So in that case what is the N, that is the total number of turns in the toroid, as the integration is over the full length of the loop, and that loop in the form of 2 pi r. Okay, so we say about I, that is in the form of small I into N. Okay, so we can write the formula for B. So B is equal to mu naught I N upon 2 pi r. Okay, so this is the formula for magnetic field of a toroid. Okay, so in that case we found that the B, magnetic field B, is inversely proportional to the R. Okay, while we consider about, unlike the solenoid, the magnetic field is not constant over the cross section of toroid. Okay, so that is the explanation for the solenoid and toroid. So that is the part for magnetic field of a solenoid and toroid. Okay, so that is the last theory lecture. Okay, so our theory part of this chapter is completed. So thank you for watching this lecture.